Hey guys, all right. So today we are just going to discuss about VPN tunnel. Uh, the tunnels are basically private VPN tunnels. Normally we create in between two network, where one network we have like let's suppose on premises, another network is corporate, any office or somewhere, and you want to establish a connection in between those two networks. It could be uh, point to site, it could be site to site. When you talk about point to site, that means like you are working remotely from your home and you want to connect with your corporate office. Site to site, as I have given you example that you connect one office to another office, or on premises sort of network from the data center or from the cloud. So those sort of things. Now, when you go further in VPN tunnels, normally here we will give you an example about Azure. Uh, this complete video, I'm just going to focus on site-to-site connectivity, right? And I'll keep all my examples through Azure only. In future, I'm thinking to expand more videos, more details about site-to-site connectivity, where I'll add other VPN connectivity devices like I can use Cisco, I can use Palo, I can use other firewalls by which we can create the VPN tunnels. But in this example, we will only talk about Azure VPN Gateway. All right. First, I'll explain a little bit how I'm going to talk about. So I'm just going to open a small diagram. I hope it would be visible for you. All right. So in this example, you can see we are just talking about a particular network. In this network, you can see, let's suppose I have an office in central India, and there, in the office, I'm just showing one VM. We could have multiple. So this is my network where I have the network range 10.0.0.0 backslash 22. 22 is subnet masking. I'll not deep dive into network or subnet masking and other stuff right now. Definitely, if required, you guys ask for, I'll make another videos for uh, the concept of network or subnet masking and how to, design the network. So here in this picture, I have created two network. One is in Central India, another is in East US 2. This is something I have given my resource group name. Then in that particular network, I created different, sort of things. Like one is the VM, one VM which we will keep as an example, right? And there we have the Bashan service. You all guys, hopefully you all guys understand Bashan services. Normally we use Bashan service for connecting the VMs rather than going on the public IP and open the MSSC on port 3389. So we will use Bashan service to open this VM privately in the Azure browser. And same over here, as you can see, right? And then just to connect this network with the other network, we will have VPN gateway for one network, and then another is the interface of this particular network, which is a LNG. Right? LNG always define that, okay, this is my local area network, and this would be the gateway where from the network will go to the VPN gateway, and then there from it will route to the another VPN gateway. This is the internet. And when I create this sort of site to site connectivity, I'll use as a static routing. When you say static route, that means there is a IP, there's a public IP here in the VPN gateway, there is another public IP, and we define a one IP to another IP route, fine. And this will be not restricted specifically on a policy based. When you talk about policy based or BGP or OSPF, there are lots of different sort of routing we create. When we say only static routing, that means it's sort of now VTI, what we normally use as virtual tunnel interface. Their virtual tunnel interface decide, okay, what sort of traffic will go to the another area, and what address it will go, what encryption decryption it will use. All right. I'll not go deep dive into the theory part more. I'll jump directly into the practical, right? So our idea would be to stick on this particular diagram. We will have one resource group, then another resource group over here, right? And then this sort of network and other stuff, right? Quickly jump on the Azure. So this is my personal subscription. I'm just going to use that. And quickly I'll click on the resource group. I'll click on the create. As you can see, this is my pay-as-you-go subscription. I'll use this one. I'll create GZ. I'll use as a tunnel, or it's also suggesting good names. I can pick that as well. PNet Prague and 001. This is the naming convention normally I use uh, in the corporate, right? Because Microsoft always suggests to use the naming convention rather than giving any ad hoc names, right? So here RG is research group, Z is Azure, VNet Prague is the virtual network practice, and N is the development, and 001. Now, first, as we discussed, we will keep our resource group in central India. I'm not going to give any tag. And there we go. So this resource group is created. Quickly create another resource group. This will be VNAT, Prague, and 002. I'm just going to keep in East US 2. So let's try East US 2. This is created, review plus create, and create. And GUI is VNet Prague and all right. So now I have two resource groups, as you can see. Now, quickly, I'm going to create the virtual machine. But before that, I require a virtual network. Okay. All right. So here we have the virtual network. Now here, we choose the resource group one. If the virtual net is VNet, Z, VNet, red, and 001. And it will be in Central India. Here we go. As we have in 001. Next is security. We will choose two things. One is the version, right? But we will not create from here version. We will just create the subnet for now. So let's pick subnet masking for 22 as we discussed. You remember, like I showed you in the diagram over here. So I'll stick into 22 because 1000 addresses are more than sufficient for us. I'll change my default subnet name as the source. Uh, let's click on that. I require only three IPs because I need to create one VM. As you are aware that it's going to reserve, IPs. So it will only give me three IPs, like five IPs are going to be reserved and three IPs are I'm going to, but that's fine for me. Right? So I'll just save. I'll create another subnet. Just add. Just click on default. Click on Azure Passion. See, it automatically picked the subnet. Just click on add, click again, add a subnet. And now here I'm just going to use the virtual network gateway subnet. I use 24. This one is fine. I click add. Yep, that's done. Click V plus create. Okay, great. All right. So meanwhile it's working, quickly create another virtual network for my another resource group. All right. So gain VNAT ZVNAT rack hyphen n hyphen 002. And this time I'll click on east to the 2. Okay. Same thing. We will go again for here as well. Oh, let's see the address 172 VM source. But yeah, one thing which this time we have to keep is to change the IP range, right? So we are going to keep this 192.168. Now let me again open on my diagram. See, because it could be similar, it could be different. I'll give you another sort of tutorial, or I'll shoot another tutorial where I'll keep the same IP, and then I'll show you like if we keep same IP, then there are chances of conflict of IPs. In that case, what we do is we use NATing, right? Network address translation. So I'll create another video for that. For now, I'll just choose this. And here we have the VM resources I just saved. All right. Let me change the IP range. It's by default picking the wrong one. Pick the 29 one. Save. Click on Add Subnet. Now you can quickly click on Azure Bastion. Right. Everything is automatically picked. Just click on Add Subnet. You just click on Azure Virtual Network. Click on Add. All IP range are automatically selected. Mainly, you have to focus on VM resources because this is something you have to define by yourself. Rest will be defined automatically. Now you go and plus create. If you want to review a little bit quickly, we can. All right, so this is in VNetFlex 2. This is another RG. This is the name, ECUS2. Mainly, we have to focus on that and click on create. And hopefully, meanwhile, our another one is created, and this is going to be great. All right, guys. So for this particular video, that is the only thing which I'm going to cover. In the next video, I'll continue the same for next part where we will create VMs and another services to create the site-to-site connectivity. Let's meet into the next video. Thank you.